This project all started with the desire to get green and to get ahead of rising electricity costs. I decided to partner with Sunwork, a nonprofit organization, to save up to 30% of typical residential installations because they use volunteers to support the project's lead contractor. Much of the install is quite easy to do, so using volunteers is a great way to save money on my solar project. I also volunteered to help install it as well.
Today we're going to start an installation of 13 solar panels on top of my house, right above the garage right here. We're going to be installing 10 solar panels on the southwest side of the garage, and then 3 more on the southeast side of the house.
This is what the roof looks like just above the garage. In about half a day, we drilled the anchor points for the roof and attached all the rails.
First day of the installation, everything's going well. We've finished installing all the rails and started installing some of the solar panels. Here we have Jason, one of our volunteers, who has taken upon himself to actually draw out a sketch of the panel layout on top of my roof. We're going to be using this information with all the serial numbers attached to these panels that corresponds to a microinverter under each one of these panels, so that it can report the health of each panel to a website so that I can monitor it online. The group of 3 needs to be electrically connected to this group of 10 here. And so we opted to actually penetrate the roof and run the line from this point through the attic and then come back up through the roof at this point to essentially link all these panels in a series. And here's the finished routing of the cables that I mentioned earlier. That's where it penetrates the roof. The conduit's running down this rail, and it mounts on this rail onto this block on the other side, going underneath the ducting here onto this block, that block, and then through the wall over there to go into the garage.
As the conduit goes through the wall, it runs back up the roof here to tie in the 10 panels and then back down here and connect to the electrical panel.
This is day 2 of my solar panel installation project for my house. We are not quite there yet, as you can see. In the background there's some unfinished business we need to tidy up on. Panel of 3 on this side, and as I swing around, we're including some volunteers that help make this happen. This is Hannah over here. This is Al, our project lead, and Jason, the other esteemed volunteer here that made this happen. And this is the majority of the panel installation right now. This panel of 10, 8 is currently installed and finishing up on the last 2 after we finish some electrical work. So hopefully by next weekend this will be completely done. Right, Al? He's not paying attention. Wrap up? All right. Hannah and Jason are going to take off for the weekend. Probably not likely going to be coming back next weekend, but thank you all. You've been great. This is a great crew. All right, bye. Al was able to return back on Tuesday and finish the job. As you can see, the track with the 3 panels is now installed. Here we have a group of 10 panels. That makes 13 total, and the system is complete. It's fully functional and fully communicating with the monitoring system online.
To finish configuring the monitoring process, we took a Google image of my house and Sunwork converted it into a sketch, which I imported into the online monitoring system. I assigned the serial numbers that were on the cardboard sketch. I can now see what my panels are producing at 15-minute intervals, as well as quick visual map of the system's power production.
And this is what our solar panels look like from the street. As you can tell, it's very discreet. It's well hidden by the trees and the shrubbery around the area, and that's the point. It's a little more visible from this angle, and it's completely invisible from this angle.